Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Denise would like to bring you a short story of a very hopeful scammer. Meet Umar Kamal, who also likes to be known as Pittman Marc. His story isn't very long, he just kept disappearing. What's that old saying? It's better to travel hopefully than to arrive. Where are you from? He asked. I live in Guildford, said Denise. Do I know you? Nope, he said. I added you here on Facebook. I'm actually new here, so we could be friends if you don't mind. Okay, said Denise. I didn't think I recognised your name. Where do you live then? I thought maybe you also lived in Guildford. I'm Pittman, he said, from Euston. Oh, that's a long way from Guildford, said Denise. I'm in England. I know, we could be friends from different countries, he said. I'm sure we could, said Denise. All right, dear friend, call me your friend, okay? Of course, darling, she said. Oh, he said, I can't afford to lose my new best gal. Are you on WhatsApp? I don't know what that is, darling, said Denise. I'm on the iPad. WhatsApp, he said, is an application. Best to chat. It's fun there, and I'm not that regular here on Facebook. My grandson Benji shows me what to do on the iPad, she said. I'll ask him next weekend when I see him. He always comes to see his granny on Saturday mornings. All right, dear, he said. Are you still married? Divorced? My hubby died 5 years ago, said Denise. Oh, so sorry, my darling, he said. Thank you. We were together for over 50 years, she said. That's so bad. That's great. I was a very lucky lady, said Denise. So, what do you do for a living? He asked. I'm retired, said Denise. I was an accountant. I ran my own business with my husband. What do you do? Oh, that's cool, he said. I'm a geologist engineer. That sounds interesting, said Denise. What does that mean? I worked mainly on sea, he said. Do you have kids? I have 2 children, she said. That doesn't tell me what a geologist engineer does. Okay, he said. I work mainly ICs. I don't know what I work mainly ICs means, said Denise. What do you actually do? It's rarely a good idea to ask a scammer what they actually do. Most of them have no idea. An engineer, he said. Work I in sea. Okay, said Denise. Let's try again, shall we, darling? You work at sea, but what do you do? Try. I'm a chef on a ship. I'm a sailor on a container ship. I'm a surgeon on a cruise liner. I'm a cleaner on a transport ship. I'm lifeboat crew. You know, what do you actually do at sea? No, he said. I do constructions, underwater. What kind of constructions? She asked. Bridges and all that, he said. Bridges? Under the sea? Well, not bridge usually. Flyover project. And many other things you can think of. Underwater? Asked Denise. No! Ooh, common! I do some project underwater and on top too, he said. Oh, said Denise. You said you did constructions underwater. I guess you changed your mind. I guess it isn't always easy to remember what you do, especially at my age. I sometimes go into the kitchen and forget why I went there. He sent a smiley face. Did you study geology? She asked. Yes, he said. Then you had to study engineering as well? Yes, he said. My goodness, said Denise. How long did that take? A couple of years, he said. 2 years, said Denise. My goodness, you must be some kind of super student. I thought it took 3 years to study geology, and then I'd have guessed at least another 3-year course on top of that for engineering. Where did you study? Yeah, he said. What about you? What do you mean, yeah? That's a Beatles song, said Denise. Where did you study? I studied at the old Guildford Tech. It's long gone. I'm in the office right now, he said. I will talk to you as soon as I'm done with what I'm doing. Which is scam speak. Forget me out of here. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Google came to our man's aid. so he was back again the following evening. "Hello again," said Denise. "How are you doing?" he asked. "I'm good, thanks," she said. "You were going to tell me where you studied geology and engineering." "Yeah," he said. "California." "I meant," said Denise, "which college, not which state." "California Institute of Technology," he said. "Was it a combined course, or did you take 2 consecutive courses?" she asked. "I'm not good in answering questions," he said. I wonder how he managed his final exams in both of those courses then. "So, how are you doing? You've not been talking to me for a while now," he said. 3 days later. "I asked you a simple question," said Denise. "I'm sure you can answer it if you think hard." "I'm already getting tired," he said. "I'm sick of answering too many questions." "ROFL," said Denise. "Night-night. Sleep tight." "Common," he said. "I didn't say I want to sleep right now. I'm just sick of too many questions." "You said you were getting tired," replied Denise. "Come on, we should go straight to other topics," he said. "Such as?" "You said you would tell your grandchild to help you out in creating your WhatsApp." "He said I can't use it without a mobile phone number." "Do you not have a mobile number?" he asked. "No, darling," she said. "I don't have a mobile phone." "What do you mean?" he asked. "I mean? No, I do not have a mobile phone." "You don't have a mobile number? Then what are you using to chat with me?" "I'm on an iPad, darling," she said. "I mean your cell phone number." "I told you, darling, I don't have one of them mobile phone thingies." "Wow!" he said. "I'm so surprised." "Why does that surprise you?" asked Denise. "I'm 76, darling. I'm too old for all that newfangled stuff." "So, how do you communicate?" he asked. "What do you mean, darling? I use my iPad. I use my telephone in the hall." "Oh, you mean you don't make phone calls?" "Okay," he said. "I have a proper phone," said Denise. "It plugs into the wall in my hall, darling. It's been there for years." "All right," he said. "There's no problem with that." "No, darling," said Denise. "I've never had a problem with it." That was at the beginning of December. He sort of appeared and disappeared from time to time. "I would be very happy if you were in WhatsApp," he said. "Benji tells me I can't use it," she said. "Okay. Hello. How are you doing? It's been a while you came online." "How are you doing?" he asked on the 10th of December. "I'm okay, thanks," said Denise. "It's boring in here." "Really?" he said. "Yes, really," said Denise. "Are you the only one at home?" he asked. "I'm not at home," she said. "There are lots of us in here." "Oh, I'm sorry," he said. "So, where are you?" "Oh," she said, "didn't I tell you? I'm in prison. Bastards put me here till the end of January. So noisy here and boring." "What happened?" he said. "Why did they take you to prison? What about your children? Are you there?" "I'm sure I told you I'm retired," she said. "My children are grown up with kids of their own. Some of our old clients didn't like the way my Albie did their books. He was no longer alive to defend us." "Oh, I'm so sorry," he said. "Very sorry. I wish I could come and defend you." He tried calling her on the 22nd of December, but I'd gone away for Christmas, so I ignored him. "How are you doing today?" he asked on the 31st. "Okay," said Denise. "Only another 3 weeks, then I can go home. How are you doing?" "I'm fine, thanks," he said. "Happy New Year." Exactly what you say to somebody in prison. "How are you doing?" he asked just over a week later on the 11th of January. "Hi," said Denise. "I'm okay. How are you?" "I'm fine," he said. "You're so boring to talk to," said Denise. "If you don't have anything interesting to talk about, why did you bother to send me a friend request?" "Are you out now?" he asked a few days later. "No, not till the 20th, she said. And then, the next day, our man realised that there was something missing from his life. You know, he's a scammer. So, that old demand for money. You know how it goes. Send me $100 Steam card. "Please help me," he said. "My son was rushed to the hospital. And the doctor said, not until I pay the bills. They won't give him any other treatment. And the bill is $80,000. Please help. Please. I really need your help. What a shame you aren't a responsible enough father to have proper medical insurance, said Denise. We're only allowed £20 a week in this prison. That was on a Monday. I don't understand, he said on the Tuesday. Then on Thursday, he came back and said, I'm just kidding. My son's not in anywhere in the hospital. You are joking, right? Said Denise. You were trying to steal money from me by lying. Because you failed, you're now telling me another lie. Are you in prison? Or in a mental health unit because you're a fantasist? 4 days later, he was back again. Have you heard about gift card? Going to have another try at stealing money? Asked Denise. What's the story this time? No, that's not what I meant. A man from South Africa told me to send him a gift card. Why do I need to know that? Asked Denise. Did you just call me a robber? You're going to repeat that in court. When he realised what she'd said. Oh, goody, said Denise. Which court? You haven't told me why I need to know that someone in South Africa wants a gift card. He told me to invest in gift cards, said our hopeful scammer. Invest? Asked Denise. Do they increase in value, like vintage wine? He also said that after investing with gift card, I am going to receive double of it. Congratulations, said Denise. Who knew that an iTunes card could double in value? Magic. I have received double of it before, so that's not a new business. I've never heard of a double, said Denise. You have not heard of it, and you're already calling me a theft, he said. No, said Denise. Tell me what a double is. Is it what happened to Dobby when he was given clothes? This business is not for women, he said. That's true, said Denise. There are far more male thieves and robbers than there are female. Are you going to tell me which court you want me to repeat it in, or do I get to choose? By the time you see yourself there, you're going to repeat it, he said, trying to sound threatening, I presume. I will repeat it, said Denise. No problem. Which court are you talking about? I'd need to put the date in my diary and make travel arrangements, so I need to know where I'm going. Oh, yeah, he said. I can see you're leaving in England. And then he blocked her. And I've been wondering why so many of these scammers seem to type leaving instead of living. And as I was making this video, I suddenly realised something, because a lot of the words that he said were typed as something else. And I begin to think that some of them use speech-to-text software. And because of their accent, it misspells the words. I hope you enjoyed this short foray into Scamland. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you again in what will probably be a much longer video.